In a world filled with constant noise and chaos, finding inner peace can feel like an impossible task. Stoicism provides a framework for navigating life's ups and downs with resilience and tranquility. In this video, we'll explore 13 powerful Stoic principles based on Epictetus's teachings. These principles offer practical guidance on how to live a more fulfilling and unshakable life. Imagine for a moment a life where worry and anxiety no longer hold you captive. This is the promise of Stoicism, and it all begins with understanding a fundamental principle: the dichotomy of control. There are things in life we can control: our thoughts, our actions, our words. But there's another realm, one outside our direct influence. Trying to control the uncontrollable is like trying to hold back the tide. It's a recipe for frustration and unhappiness. Stoicism teaches us to relinquish this futile struggle. Instead of seeking to bend the world to our will, we should focus our energy on what we can truly master: ourselves. This simple shift in perspective, focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't, is the foundation of Stoic tranquility. It's a practice, a daily reminder to invest our energy wisely and find peace in the midst of life's uncertainties. Have you ever stopped to truly observe the world around you? To look beyond the surface and understand the essence of things? The Stoics believed that everything in the universe has a specific nature, a way of being. Fire burns, water flows, and humans by nature are rational beings. Understanding these inherent natures is crucial to navigating life effectively. When we align our expectations with reality, we find a sense of peace. We learn to adapt to changing circumstances, to find opportunity in unexpected places. This doesn't mean we become passive observers of life. It means we approach challenges with wisdom and clarity. In a world obsessed with positive thinking, visualizing negative outcomes might seem counterintuitive. But this practice, known as premeditatio malorum, is a powerful Stoic tool. By mentally rehearsing setbacks, we prepare for life's challenges. Imagine losing your job. Visualize it in detail. Confronting this scenario robs it of its power. Negative visualization also cultivates gratitude. The human mind is a time-traveling machine, constantly replaying past events and worrying about the future. But true peace is found only in the present moment. This is where life actually unfolds. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The present moment is the only time we have true agency. As we become more present, we notice the simple joys we often overlook. We live in a world obsessed with labels, constantly categorizing things as good or bad, desirable or undesirable. But the Stoics offered a different perspective, one that can liberate us from the emotional roller coaster of external judgments. They believed that true good lies in virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. True bad lies in its opposite, vice. Everything else, wealth, health, possessions, even our reputation, falls into the category of indifferent. These indifferents are not inherently good or bad, their value is assigned by our judgments. The Stoic approach is not about becoming emotionless robots. It's about recognizing that our judgments have the power to shape our experience. By understanding that externals are indifferent, we free ourselves from their grip on our emotions. Our happiness becomes less dependent on external circumstances and more rooted in our internal state of being. We live in a culture obsessed with comfort, constantly seeking to avoid discomfort and pain. Growth and resilience are found not in ease, but in embracing discomfort. Think of a muscle. It grows stronger by being challenged, pushed beyond its comfort zone. By facing challenges, we develop strength and resilience. Discomfort is inevitable, but it can be a catalyst for growth. Embrace discomfort to unlock your potential. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to get swept away by the current, reacting to events rather than consciously choosing our course. This is why the Stoics emphasize the importance of daily reflection. Imagine for a moment that you only have a limited number of days left. How would you choose to spend them? What relationships would you prioritize? What regrets would you work to resolve? This daily reflection isn't meant to be depressing. It's meant to be clarifying. It helps us identify what truly matters, to shed the weight of trivial concerns, and to focus our energy on living a life aligned with our values. At the heart of Stoicism lies the unwavering belief that virtue is the sole good, the foundation of a meaningful and fulfilling life. The Stoics identified four cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Wisdom is the ability to see things clearly, to make sound judgments based on reason and understanding. Justice is treating others fairly, honoring their rights and dignity. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. Temperance is moderation, self-control, the ability to resist excess and find balance in all things. These virtues are not mere ideals, they are active principles that should guide our thoughts, words, and actions. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. We make plans, set goals, and then, inevitably, life throws us a curveball. It's in these moments when things don't go according to plan that the Stoic concept of amor fati, or love of fate, becomes especially relevant. Amor fati is not about passive resignation to whatever happens. It's about embracing the totality of our experience, the good and the bad, with a sense of acceptance and even gratitude. When we rail against fate, when we fight against the natural order of things, we create unnecessary suffering. But when we embrace what is, when we accept the present moment with open arms, we find a sense of peace that transcends even the most difficult circumstances. In a world of instant gratification, the practice of self-discipline might seem like a relic of the past. But for the Stoics, it was the cornerstone of a virtuous and fulfilling life. Self-discipline is the ability to act according to our values, even when it's difficult, even when we'd rather give in to temptation. It's the inner strength that allows us to resist the allure of short-term pleasure in pursuit of long-term fulfillment. Whether it's resisting the urge to procrastinate, sticking to a healthy diet, or staying calm in the face of adversity, self-discipline is the key to achieving our goals and living a life of purpose. Cultivating self-discipline is like building a muscle. It requires consistent effort and practice. Start small, setting achievable goals and gradually increasing the challenge. For the Stoics, the pursuit of wisdom was a lifelong endeavor, a journey of continuous learning and self-improvement. Wisdom, in the Stoic sense, is not merely the accumulation of knowledge, but the ability to apply that knowledge to live a virtuous and fulfilling life. It's about developing the capacity for sound judgment, for seeing things clearly, and for making choices that are aligned with our highest values. The Stoics believed that wisdom is found not only in books and philosophical treatises, but also in the lived experiences of ourselves and others. They encouraged the study of history, literature, and philosophy as a way to gain perspective on the human condition. But true wisdom, the Stoics believed, comes from within. Our minds are powerful tools, capable of both incredible creativity and crippling self-sabotage. The Stoics understood this duality well, emphasizing the importance of mindfulness, of paying attention to our thoughts without judgment. Our thoughts are not always a reflection of reality. They are often colored by our past experiences, our fears, our insecurities. If we're not careful, these thoughts can spiral out of control, leading to anxiety, stress, and unhappiness. The key is to become aware of our thoughts, to observe them without getting swept away by their current. When we practice mindfulness, we create a space between our thoughts and our reactions. In our modern world, dominated by technology and urban landscapes, it's easy to feel disconnected from the natural world. But the Stoics believed that living in harmony with nature was essential for human flourishing. By nature, they weren't just referring to the physical environment, but also to the natural order of the universe, the inherent laws that govern all things. To live according to nature is to align ourselves with this order, to embrace the rhythms of life and death, growth and decay. This doesn't mean we need to abandon our modern lives and retreat to the wilderness. It means finding ways to incorporate the principles of nature into our daily routines. It might mean cultivating gratitude for the simple gifts of life, the air we breathe, the food we eat, the love we share. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, exploring 13 powerful Stoic principles that can help us navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. Remember, Stoicism is not about becoming emotionless or indifferent. It's about learning to manage our emotions effectively, to live with intention and purpose, and to find peace even in the midst of adversity. The real power of Stoicism lies not in simply understanding these principles, but in putting them into practice. Choose one or two that resonate with you and start incorporating them into your daily life. See how these ancient teachings can help you navigate the challenges of the modern world with greater clarity, courage, and peace of mind.